Welcome to AutoSens, the world's leading community for ADAS and autonomous vehicle technology development. We create best-in-class events, training, and information for the purpose of connecting the global community of engineers, scientists, and other automotive industry experts. Today, we are joined by Francios Pierre of intoPIX. And Francois, welcome and thank you for being with us.
Well, thank you for welcoming us. It's our first time at AutoSens, so we're very happy to be here.
Indeed, we're happy to have you, Francois. Tell us a little bit about intoPIX. Give us a high-level overview, and then tell us a little bit about your role with the company and what you do each day.
So intoPIX is a Belgian company. It's been around for 17 years now, and it's steadily growing. We're more than 35 people now. And I would say that our main core business is to help people move their video around when they don't have enough bandwidth. So we are really specialized in light mezzanine compression, trying to keep the quality at the optimum and without introducing any latency. And for this, we have a lot of solutions. We started with FPGA IP cores using some codecs like the JPEG 2000, which we introduced in the digital cinema, where we have more than half of the share of the market. And then we moved to different markets like the broadcast industry, where we introduced also new technology like our own proprietary TICO codec. And this codec is now becoming a standard as a JPEG XS, so it's going to be the main subject of our discussion today. I joined this company 10 years ago as a support engineer, and I'm also now more on the marketing and sales team, trying to help our customer find the best solution for their needs.
Francois, let's talk about the challenges with regard to video transmission in automotive. What is your perspective there?
So what we noticed in a lot of different markets and also in automotive is that we have a lot, more video to use, to transport. There's more pixels per frames, so higher resolution, more bit depths, more frame rates, and that makes it sometimes impossible to use existing wires. So it has a cost because you need to put more wires into your system, or you will need to get more expensive one in order to have higher bandwidths. And at some point, it's simply not achievable. So this is where the situation is now. I think in automotive, it's becoming critical because you have a lot of sensors, more and more sensors on the cars. And also, these sensors require power, and power consumption becomes critical, especially when you have this move right now to electric cars. So I think there's a solution that needs to be found in order to handle all those data rates of video.
How can the automotive industry address these data rate increases, but do so without compromising anything?
Yeah, so indeed, it's a challenge. There are different options. All have their plus and minus. So I would say that you can increase the number of wires, but then it will add some weight. It will add some power cost and also some actual cost. You can go for higher density networks. So you can go from 1 gig to 1 gig networks. But then it's also at a cost because they are much more expensive to handle and much more sensible to interferences and all these kind of things. And we choose a third way at intoPIX, and it's to provide some lightweight compression that will be unnoticeable to the user, but then enables him to use the existing infrastructure to transport more video.
Well, Francois, again, we're excited to have you as part of the AutoSens conference and part of our greater AutoSens community. And for our attendees and viewers who may be meeting you for the first time, what are some of the advantages to the intoPIX solutions? What are some of the main advantages that you would like to communicate to our attendees and viewers?
So I mentioned before that we chose a third way. It was to do lightweight compression that's imperceptible for the user. And for this, we have developed internally at intoPIX a codec that then we have standardized with the JPEG committee, and it's called JPEG-XS. And JPEG-XS has a lot of nice features, but mostly I will focus on the most important to this industry. We will keep your quality. So you will have imperceptible differences with uncompressed video. It's not visible by human eye or even by machine vision. We also keep the latency imperceptible. It will be less than 1 millisecond. So it means that you don't have to worry about introducing delays between one encoding or even multiple encodings. It will be as fast as you can, 32 lines of video maximum. The third advantage of JPEG-XS in this context is to keep the cost under control. Why? Because it's a very small codec. It doesn't require expensive platforms, and it's not power hungry. So you can use very small FPGAs or even ASICs or even software, because it's also very flexible in terms of use. It can be as parallelizable in software and as small in FPGA. And because it's small, because it's fast, it also does not require any external memory, so it also keeps the cost under control. And the advantage you have with that is good quality, low latency, low complexity, low power, and you can even have a quality increase because now you can handle more pixels. So where you could only transport HD on a 1 gig cable before, you can now transport multiple streams. So the last advantage of this solution, among others, is that it's an open standard now, so anybody is able to implement it. And intoPIX ourselves, we already have a wide range of solutions there. So you can go for software solution and hardware solution. There's a nice additional feature I would like to mention is that the standard supports mathematically lossless compression for people who are interested in this type of solutions. And we also do raw compression straight from the sensor. So we can take a Bayer pattern or CFA pattern, and we compress it before any ISP processing. And then it can be sent to the central unit inside the car, which can do all the processing at just one point. That means that you don't need to have very expensive sensors all around. You just capture the camera from the camera, send it to the central unit, and all the processing will be done in one place. This also reduces power consumption and cost.
Francois, again, we're so thrilled to be able to welcome you to the AutoSens conference and to the wider AutoSens community. For all of our attendees and viewers, I want to encourage you to visit the intoPIX website to learn more about everything that Francois was saying. In the meantime, Francois, we look forward to seeing you in Brussels, and hopefully we'll have you back again real soon virtually like this to get caught up on the latest. But in the meantime, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Carl. Looking forward to it.
For more in-depth interviews like this, subscribe to the AutoSens YouTube channel and follow AutoSens on LinkedIn. For more information on our world-class events, visit auto-sense.com. That's auto-sense.com. In Detroit, on behalf of AutoSens, I'm Carl Anthony.